Are you still there? Hello?
Let's have a kiki.
What are you talking about?
XOXO News. XOXO News.
Hola, hola, hola. Welcome to XOXO News, Xoxo News in Spanish. We are two guys from Spain talking about Drag Race, Drag Race España in this case. This is Manu Palmer.
And Guerrero Glitter.
And we are going to have a kiki. So, let's begin with the Mocatriz.
8 queens are still in the competition after Drag Vulcano didn't erupted.
Oh.
The girls were triggered in the mini challenge and had to be a Mocatriz. We explain what is that later. In the main one. After a Show Me Your Roots runway and a dramatic judging, for the first time in Drag Race history, España, something happens. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But first we are talking about the girls coming back to the workroom after Vulcano was eliminated.
Oh.
And we seen Carmen a little shady, thinking about Arantxa is the one that should go home. The girls are very sad, but very, 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 very happy to see Drag Vulcano go in the sunset.
Yeah. The girls saw Vulcano like a threat. I didn't expect that. I mean, it's a big name, Vulcano.
Remember, is the end of the second week when we saw all the girls. The two of us, we say that Vulcano was a strong competition.
Yeah.
And it happens all editions. You see one or two that, this girl is going to be
big, huge,
and they go to the show and
yeah, it's the same story.
I start to see a little teasing between Carmen and Puppy.
Like
obviously, it's all jokes. But from the show perspective, the edition of the show is pointing to maybe a rivalry between the two.
I think both of them are very conscious about the TV show. Like, this is not real life, and I think they are doing it for the show.
I think it's Carmen who says that the week of Puppy Potion is like Lidia Lozano week. Lidia Lozano is a gossip journalist here in Spain.
Yeah.
She have a little apparition in Veneno too.
Well,
they are not her, but
it's not herself. But there's a character, a journalist that appears in a briefly second as a young Lidia Lozano. Lidia Lozano is still active. Is really known in Spain.
A little trashy. It's trashier and trashier every year. But
yeah.
And the hair was very similar.
Actually, I don't know if spoiler alert of the next episode. No, it's not a spoiler. But if you see the video of the next episode, like next time on Drag Race, you see Puppy with a wig, and it's very, very, very similar to the hair of Lidia Lozano.
I hope so. Lidia Lozano is...
You can check the pictures or the
If they
video.
do Lidia Lozano the next week, the Snatch Game is going to be huge because Lidia Lozano has a lot of shenanigans to do.
Yeah.
It has a lot of mimics.
It is a big character. So, but we will talk about the Snatch Game very
We are
later.
talking a lot of Lidia Lozano. She didn't deserve many words, but we're going with Supreme enter the workroom. We don't have video entrance anymore, at least this week.
And I think there won't be any
The
video
rumors
entrance.
saying...
The rumors that people have told me is that we are not going to see any more videos because, well...
It was shit.
It was shit. So, in addition, they cut the video.
I mean, I'm not gonna miss it, you know?
Even in Drag Race US, if they cut the video, I don't mind.
They chop it a lot, yeah.
Because it's not that important on the script.
So, Supreme enters the workroom, and did you notice the colors of his outfit? Every week is a color of the pride flag.
The pride flag?
Yeah, I think it's the pride flag.
I thought it was the Spanish flag because I remember the red one and the yellow one.
No, because it was I think it's a green one or a blue one.
Well, maybe it's just colors.
whatever. And she says she's very happy to wear a whistle in the hand. We have to explain this joke because a whistle in Spanish is pito, but pito is also a slang for dick. Her happiness comes from that. The mini challenge. It's a soccer challenge, a football.
I have to repeat myself. I am really enjoying the mini challenge.
Yeah,
of
but the
Drag Race
girls are not
España.
having it.
No,
at
of
first.
course. It's a soccer match. No.
Every girl was triggered. Us watching it was triggered. Every gay from Spain watching it was triggered because
I wasn't triggered. I wasn't. I was having the time of my life. It was really, really fun.
no, it was fun. But the
course.
thing, the soccer theme in Spain with, I think it's the same in other countries with the sports, you know. But we're going to talk about the looks a little. I like
Who do you
only
like?
Carmen, who was sexy, who was cute. She makes a joke about Pilar Rubio. Pilar Rubio is a wife of one of the
It's
most
Iker Casillas'
famous-
wife.
Iker Casillas, no, Sergio
Oh yeah.
Ramos.
Oh,
You're so gay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about football.
Is the wife of Sergio Ramos and is also a TV presenter. Not a very good one, but she is.
No, she's not a very good TV host, but she is the wife of Sergio Ramos, who is the captain of Real Madrid
Real Madrid, yeah.
and the Spanish national team.
I didn't know.
Well, maybe you find out. You can Google that. One thing I read on Reddit, because I read Reddit, is that
Do you know to read?
yeah, stupid. So one thing I read is that people were shocked when they saw Carmen using the sewing machine in a simple mini challenge about soccer match.
Yeah.
Like people were like, "Oh my god, she is the one."
Serious.
Yeah.
So, Carmen, I like Carmen. I like Poopy. The faces of Poopy.
She is camp.
She only needs to do this one face, and I will be laughing.
She is giving you camp.
I will be
every
laughing.
time.
But
we have to say that because we both of us watched the episode together when it airs, that when Inti appeared, I said,
yes.
I said, "Oh my god, she's like Ronaldinho," and then like 5 seconds after that, it was Killer. She is like
No,
Ronaldinho.
she was Arancha.
Oh, Arantxa, yeah.
Arancha.
So Arantxa said, "She is like Ronaldinho."
She
So
looks like Ronaldinho.
we were like, "Oh my god!"
So, Ugacio for me was good too.
Yeah.
Ugacio says to poner a caldo. Poner a caldo is an expression in Spanish. It's like serve broth. And serve broth for something is like being criticize someone, no? And you can serve a broth, vegan broth or meat broth. I think it was the joke. And I was surprised by Dovima. She has more personality in that mini challenge than all the episodes.
Dovima is growing on me, you know?
I was surprised.
I am surprised right now that Dovima is not that bad as we thought she was on the Meet the Queens, you know?
Yeah, they do a match. So the winner was Killer, and Supreme talks about the main challenge, and the main challenge consists in to beat Mocatriz.
Mocatriz.
Mocatriz is to be a modelo, a cantante, and an actriz. So model, singer, and actress.
Singer and actress. So we will translate that like most interest.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Seamstress.
Most seamstress. Okay.
And it's a joke like, you know, the Kardashians, the influencers who didn't have any talent, but they want to be famous and they want to try everything.
And of course, they model, they do acting, and they do sing.
They can do either one of them.
They do anything just because they want to be famous.
So the concept is clear.
yeah.
Triple
World Wonder translate that as triple threat.
threat, but it's not the same because
No.
a triple threat is a thing very realistic. When you are a triple threat, you can sing, you can model, you can act.
But a Mocatriz
But a Mocatriz is
is not a threat at all.
It's not a threat. It's a delusional.
Yeah.
It's to be a delusional bitch. You know, it's perfect explanation.
Yeah, delusional. Yeah, it's perfect.
God, you are delusional. So, Supreme explained that they're going to be 4 groups or 2. The chungas. Chungas is like a bad bitch, a punk bitch. In the 80s, 90s was more like punk, rock and roll, you know. later years was like more bad bitch.
Yeah.
So Puppy is older than Hogacio, and I think is why the looks are more
More punk.
come on,
Yeah.
not bad bitch, but I like it. Chunga can be both.
Yeah, chunga can be both. Chunga is a really broad word because it can mean almost everything.
Yeah. Abuela, granny, and Nana,
course.
glamour is glamour. I see if I have to translate that. Killer won the mini challenge, so she has the power to choose her companion and to choose the category for everyone. And for me, was very nice.
If I was there, I will choose the opposite duets,
I think in the end it was the wrong decision because Dovima and Carmen was very bland.
Very flat, yeah.
And if you are in a game and you have the power to eliminate someone and to do something, you do it. This is the same. So whatever. They start to prepping and Killer talks about her size and
we thought she was going to be eliminated.
And I was like, oh my god, no, another Macarena.
Killer is going home. Shisha.
At this time, I was like, okay, she's going home or she's winning the episode. Whatever. At the end, it wasn't either of them.
No.
She talked about her size, her body issues. When you are little and you are fat. I was a very fat kid and... Well, I was fat every time of my life, but I was a very fat kid, and I understand and I feel her pain, and I'm so glad that now she can be, she's empowered, she has a confidence, so I'm very glad to hear it, and it's possible. It's possible to gain your confidence.
Yeah, I think this message is like more important than other messages, but at the same time, I think that it was forced. I mean, we as viewers, we were like, okay, so the producers have told them,
maybe a producer.
Hey, say something about it. Like, oh my god, I miss you. How was your childhood?
Oh, mama.
In Jamaica.
They tried to drown me in the ocean.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
If you don't know this clip about Kelly Mantle talking about Vivacious on Hey Queen,
we can listen to it right now.
You have like an hour to put your makeup on, and I'm sitting there like this, and they're like, Kelly, the producer's like, ask Vivacious what her childhood was like growing up in Jamaica. And I'm all like, I don't have time. I'm trying to put my makeup on.
Right.
And they're like, no, you have to. And I'm like, Vivacious, what was your childhood like in Jamaica? And she's like, oh, mama, it was terrible. They tried to drown me in the ocean. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so awful. And I'm like...
So this was the scene where Kelly Mantle explains how the producers told them, hey, you should say something about this. So let's continue.
Yeah. Arantxa is comforting in Killer, and suddenly Puppy appears like, hi. And I think it was a longer conversation where Puppy was already talking because Puppy has a belly too. They say I'm going to leave you like a cara de Belmed. Las caras de Belmed is a paranormal
activity
in the 70s in the south of Spain. They start to appear faces in the wall of a house. And it causes a lot of commotion in Spain. It was kind of the first case of paranormal things in the mainstream.
I think it was the first case, and it was really popular because of that. Like, oh my god!
And if you see the face, you see yourself. The face is very
Yeah, there are appearing faces on the wall of
they
a
still
house.
appearing faces in the wall. But this time.
Yeah, but
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
We in 2021, we already know that it was like a moist wall and
moist.
You're so stupid.
Wall. I am imagining a wall. Hey, Dandy, come to me. Okay, we pass to the mini challenge. And Supreme is having the time of her life.
Of course.
She's laughing all the time.
She's like thinking, I am earning every penny of this.
Yeah. At first, they do the singer part. They do the girls to sing in the machine. Treadmill. A treadmill. Yes, a treadmill.
Ah, I know words.
They had to do the treadmill and singing Cha-Cha Beach at the same time. First of all, none of the girls know the song.
Of course.
And the second is how the bastards is going to be faster and faster and faster and faster. And I think it's very dangerous.
Yeah, because
They do the same in the sixth season.
They
But
could break a leg.
it wasn't that fast.
They could break a leg, like for real.
For real.
I don't understand why make them singing and then at the end we don't see that. Like, okay, you can save this part and maybe we can see more of the the performance.
And what was the intention? I don't understand it. We have Arantxa and Killer doing the nanas. For me, Arantxa was saying like Killer is trying to fill the silence, but this is what you have to do in the improv challenge. You know, you obviously the silence is necessary, but you had to talk.
Of course.
Arantxa was good, but for me, Killer was better. We can talk about it more in the
After,
judging.
yeah.
They kiss each other. I think it's Supreme who says Mujer contra Mujer. It's a song from 1982.
No,
from the
after
group.
that.
No, 1982.
1988.
88, sorry. 1988.
88.
From Mecano, a group from Spain. And it's
A very popular band. Maybe you know if you live in Europe. Because in Europe,
in France was very
France,
popular.
in Italy,
in Belgium too.
Yeah, in Latin America too.
Oh yeah,
they were very famous.
Of course, yeah.
So maybe you live there. If you are listening to Xoxo News, maybe
Xoxo
you
News.
know Mecano.
And it's about two women who are in love.
Yeah,
it's a very romantic.
It's a song about two lesbians in the 80s. So
who suffers discrimination.
Of course, and it was like, oh my god, they are singing about lesbians
It's
in the 80s.
Another gay Spanish anthem. We have a lot of gay Spanish anthems.
Because Spain is gay.
It's so gay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. The sonotone is a hearing piece. You know, it was a very popular commercial in the 90s. So now it's a common joke to say, and you need a sonotone. So
You're old.
you're not hearing, bitch. We came back we passed to the glamour girls, Dovima and Carmen. Dovima looks great. I didn't like the wig, but I love the outfit.
Dovima looks great because she has great material. I mean,
Look at the material.
she's thin, she's beautiful, so it's really easy to look great.
And Carmen was
Carmen too.
Versace-ish again, like the entrance in the first episode.
Yeah.
She is Versace from Mercadillo, so it's kind of the same. They try to do things, but I think they didn't understand that they were very very lost.
They are not that funny.
They are not funny, and they don't know how to do improv.
No.
Either. And this challenge is all improv.
And I am concerned about these two girls because the next episode is improv too.
But you can prepare a character,
Yeah.
It's improv, but it's not improv. Obviously, you have to improv, but you can support in some
guidelines.
in some lines,
Yeah.
But this is improv, everything. Chungas, okay, for me was everything. The people who hear this are going to say, Guerrero Glitter is always saying the same for Poopy, but I love it. I love her.
We're rooting for Poopy because
This is a Poopy Stan podcast.
yes, that is true.
The faces of Poopy. Oh,
She's getting
we
faces.
didn't see the treadmill in the final edition, but we see here the face she did when the chulazo, the guy comes from her. It was like
That
was
face was
laughing
so
a lot.
funny.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She knows it. She did. No, what is the phrase?
What the fuck are you trying to say?
I don't know, but she knows what is necessary to do. And Ugacio was a very good supporter too.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be lost too, but
I expect to be a mess from
Yeah.
Ugacio, and he was at the same level as Poopy. I think the character of Chunga helped them a lot. At the end, Poopy was a little bit too much, maybe.
we will talk about it later.
They start to say the names of different neighborhoods. All these neighborhoods is working class neighborhoods, Vallecas, Getafe, etc., etc. Ugacio says the phrase cagarse la perra. Cagarse la perra is like do something outstanding, something shocking and outstanding.
Well, cagarse la perra literally means the female dog is shitting.
Yeah, the female dog is shitting. And the name de botellón. Botellón is, I think, as a Spanish thing.
Yes and
It's
no.
it's like drinking al fresco for the England.
Yes and no. It's drinking on the street or in a house. It's drinking, but outside a bar, or outside a pub, outside a club. Like, it's cheaper, so it's a kind of thing that young people and students do.
And poor people.
And poor people like us do. And botellón, the concept, I think it's really Spanish, but I'm sure that UK...
A lot of countries they drink in the streets, but the concept that every city of Spain,
You
the
gather.
Saturday night, all the youngsters are in the
Yeah.
parks drinking, like 30 people, 50 people, 100 people, 500 people in Sevilla a lot of weekends. This is so
Until the police gets to that place.
yeah, because
and-
it's illegal here.
Yeah, it's
but,
illegal.
You know, botellón is translated to big bottle. Is the literal translation, so that's a good reference to
Yeah,
understand the
you can
concept
understand
of the botellón.
With a translation, you understand everything.
We had the Pilinguis with Sagittaria and Inti, and Inti, she is very lost.
Inti is like in the Divas Challenge. I think she's too much in her head,
Yeah.
and at the same time, she's like,
She thinks
I
too
want to
much.
go back to the hotel and I want to sleep.
I like the first one when they are doing the modeling thing. When we did the acting challenge, it was all Sagittaria.
It could be way funnier, and Inti had all the power to make that funnier because she was the main character of the scenario. So I was pretty disappointed about that.
This is very strange because the show was like, okay, we finished with Inti and Sagittaria, and chun 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 chun
Yeah.
chun. It was the runway already, and it was like, what?
We were like, but this is, how was your time in Jamaica?
The edition is very choppity.
Yeah.
It's hoppity a little bit.
Hoppity hoppity, we're going to choppity.
Mama, this is a little garbage.
Yeah,
But you know.
I think we both agree that the edition is the worst thing about Drag
It's
Race
not
España.
the very best. It's not.
No.
It's not. Supreme looks was great too. The shoes didn't look as good as the outfit. That's why we didn't see only one little second. They talk with the judges, you know, to Ambrosi asking to what he prefers, carne o pescado. Carne o pescado is a thing in Spain.
Meat or fish?
Meat or fish, you know, likes boys or you like girls?
Meat boys, because you know why. And fish girls, because, of course, fish girls.
She asked him that he prefers the tortilla with onions or without onions. And if you want to start an argument between Spaniards, you only have to do one thing. Just ask them if they prefer cebolla, onion in the tortilla.
Yeah, this debate will separate our country.
Going for ages, and it will be going for ages.
It's going to break our country because it's the only thing that Spaniards, we are not in common. Why do you have to choose? All the tortillas are tasty, so I don't fucking care if there's onion or not.
So you are not Spanish, is what
I'm
you say.
Spanish. I eat all the tortillas I want to. If
For
there's
me-
a tortilla with onion, okay, I will eat it.
For me,
if there's a
without-
tortilla without onion, I will eat it too because I am hungry.
You are hungry every time.
Of course.
That's true. They start to do the job without cebolla and the polla, because polla is dick in
Yeah,
Spanish.
yeah.
And they start to say polla because we can say polla in television and nothing happens.
Because it is Spain.
You know,
It
this is
is
Europe.
Europe.
I think it's
This
a
is
Europe
Europe.
thing.
This is Europe. We can say that.
We can see boobs in television. We
This
can
is
see
Southern
a lot
Europe.
of people were shocked
Why?
because
Because of your face.
no, shut up. When the Sagittarian Inti video, you saw one of the pit crews, the pit crew who was talking in the telephone.
Yeah.
He was sitting in the chair with the legs open. He was grabbing her bulge, and all of side people of Europe, the American people, was like shocked. Oh my God, they can show that in television.
Of course.
It was like, yeah, this is
Oh,
this
honey.
is Europe.
I mean,
There
we are
was-
living in the future.
There was people saying no because it's a tres media, so it's not a public television. No. We said a lot of
I mean,
we say dicks in television. I saw dicks in television in the late night.
Well, in the late night, of course.
But even in Spain,
people are sleepy.
Either in America, you cannot say you cannot see that.
Oh, pure things.
Yeah, you know.
They are missing a lot of things.
Talk about Carlos Areces.
Oh, I love Carlos Areces. Carlos Areces is a comedian, a really famous comedian in Spain. He started like in the early 2000s in a comedy group who had a TV show in Paramount Channel, who was Laura Charante. And now this group is really famous. They separated, but they are really famous. They are still really famous. And Carlos Areces is one of them. He's an actor too. He can do drama too. And he also...
He was in a thing, 1 or 2 Almodóvar movies.
Yeah, he appears in Los Amantes Pasajeros by Almodóvar. He has a side project, a musical project called Ojete Calor. Ojete Calor means heat asshole.
Asshole, yeah.
And it's a duet formed by Carlos Areces and Aníbal. I can't remember his surname. And they are 2 guys who... They don't do drag, but they use makeup and they use looks and costumes that, of course, they are doing a character. They are not themselves. And they made this...
A gender fucking song.
Yeah, gender fucking songs, but a musical gender
they talk about them in feminine, in masculine. They change the gender.
Yeah, the lyrics don't make any sense because they are humor and the sound is like electronic pop, something like that. It's kind of confusing. There are not very much musical bands in Spain that do similar things. I would say es un poco electro-disgusting. It's what Las Vistecs do in their moment.
It's kinda like a funny group too. It's a mix, you know. I try to think like about something similar in
La Villa Rusa.
I try to think of something similar in US.
The Lonely Island. It's a comedy rap band formed by Andy Samberg, Akiva Schaffer, and Jorma Takun. So it's a music band, but they do some funny lyrics and funny songs. So maybe it will be a close thing to Ojete Calor. And Mocatriz is one of their songs.
Good explanation.
Of course, I know. Thank
I
you.
want to say one thing. Ojete, this is funny to me. Ojete in Spanish is like little eye. You know, it's asshole, but in Spain we say ojete. We're going to the runway, runway.
We go to the runway.
Okay, let's start with Puppy, and she wears a chulapa outfit. A chulapa is the regional garment of Madrid. The chulapa is the female version and the chulapo is the male version. We talk later about the chulapo. I love it. The tree and
even the teddy bear. It could be improved, but...
It could be... I like the teddy bear, but I don't like that teddy bear.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Love the makeup. The makeup for me was different. That everything that Puppy has shown in the show yet. She wears a tree and a bear because the symbol of Madrid...
the coat of arms of Madrid
is the coat of arms, yeah. It's
Oso y el Madroño.
Google say that the madroño in English is...
It's a tree.
Arbutus. I didn't know.
Arbutus, cariño.
It's a fruit, you know? It's a berry. It's a berry.
Yeah, it's a berry. It's not a strawberry. It's not a raspberry. No. It's a rounded fruit, red, really tasty. And the teddy bear is because the bear is part of the coat of arms too.
And we have a famous monument in the Puerta del Sol in Madrid, and it's like a meeting point. Everyone is hanging there. Meet me in the José Madroño. They start to sing Monísima. Monísima is a couple a chotis. Chotis is the dance of the chulapa and chulapos. Monísima is a chotis about a woman who was so beautiful and she was suffering catcalling all the time. Because the chulapo and chulapa is based on the pretty woman, you know, the pretty lady, and the chulapo is the like we say a gangsta now.
Like this elegant man,
a cool guy of the time. And if you're not very good looking, you are very charismatic too. That's a chulapo.
You have charisma.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve.
Charisma, uniqueness, and nerve. Talent. I don't know if Achulapo has talent, but charisma, uniqueness, and nerve.
And they do a joke about the madroño because madroño rhymes with coño, and coño is pussy in Spanish. And that's why Ana says, my madroño is itching, you know? The outfit from Puppy was a toot.
Toot. Totally.
And the wig was beautiful.
Yeah, the wig
was
amazing.
Like we say, the teddy bear for me, it would be better, and the teddy bear was dressed like Achulapo. For me, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Inti. Okay. What about Inti? Because this is very charged topic.
We have to talk about this. So
I will say this. I love the outfit.
Okay, I love the outfit too, but the more time I watch the episode,
You start liking less
Yeah.
and less and less. What do you think about the outfit?
okay, so I really love the outfit when she appears on the runway. I was like, oh my god, it's so beautiful.
It was a very powerful image.
Yeah, it was a very powerful moment. But Inti has
It wasn't a
posted-
fashion moment for you.
It was a fashion moment, but Inti has posted some pictures of the look
Yeah.
improved without the dress, without the boots, and it was
And
perfect.
covered in blood.
Covered in blood, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like it will be like the best runway of the episode. So that's why I started in that moment to think about, maybe she wasn't that good in the episode. And the explanation that Inti says, like, is La Diablada, it's a carnival in Bolivia. I don't know if this is true because, of course, I don't know anything about the Bolivian culture, but a girl from Bolivia has posted on Facebook some pictures and a little statement, little explanation that La Diablada is not what she explains. La Diablada, it's a carnival, but it was made because there was some tradition even before the Hispanics went to Bolivia, and it has a totally different meaning.
I didn't read all the wiki page, but I read almost a lot. It's not the same that Inti says, but it's not the same that the girls from the receipts are saying. It's a little confusing because it's a dance whose origins more a lot of time before than the Spaniards came to Latin America. So the origins was very confusing, and at first with the Spaniards with the Spaniards there and the Inquisition there, they have to do that dances and outside the big cities. I didn't know, but I understand that maybe the dance is a cultural thing about the dance, but about the fight with the Spanish too. It's a very confusing, and I don't have all the info about it.
If there's any Bolivian person listening to this podcast, please, you can explain to us what is La Diablada, because there are some tea and some people that are saying that Inti wasn't very right about the explanation.
We are talking about the drama later with the judging. I give it the look a toot. For me, it was a toot. For me, it was very powerful. I like everything that she shows.
Yeah.
So it was a toot.
Toot.
Arantxa. Arantxa.
I think it's the third week in a row that I had to
Give it a boot.
Arantxa a boot.
I thought the same thing.
This is a very dangerous position.
I like the queso manchego thing. She has the thing about the best of both Castillas is a rip-off of the song of Hannah Montana, the best of both worlds, Castilla, in Spain we have Castilla-La Mancha in the south and Castilla y León in the north, and Madrid is in the middle. So that's why it's
we
the
have
best
two
of two Castillas. And she throw away the queso manchego, the cheese, how you say manchego? Manchego in English? Manchego cheese?
Manchego cheese.
Yeah, word.
The manchego cheese is the most famous cheese in Spain and one of the most famous in the world. I'm sure that manchego cheese in every other country of the world is like, oh my god, manchego is so expensive.
For us, it's every day with a manchego cheese.
You can find manchego cheese in like the how do you say the deli and every supermarket.
Every bocata,
Every sandwich we made is made of manchego.
Manchego. Okay, the colors was black, white, and green because the Extremadura flag is green, white, and black. But I remember watching it was like, what is the colors? What is this? And Palmer,
because you are blind.
Manu, that's right too. But Palmer was saying, no, it was green, right, black and white. What is the green? Because if you see the dress, the green part is almost black.
The worst thing about Arantxa's look is that it's based on a knowledge that she has to repeat. Like, hey, I'm Arantxa Castilla-La Mancha, but I am not from Castilla-La Mancha. I'm from Extremadura. So if it's based on that, I think it's very weak, you know?
I find it funny. I like it. I like the joke again. Oh, I throw away the cheese. For me, the problem was I see the
look of
dress.
Extremadura.
Yeah.
You could have dressed as a pig.
For me, it was like
Extremadura is full of pigs.
Yeah, you could dress as a pig. She wears a ham in the back. You can be full of chorizos.
You can be full of chorizos, or maybe you can even be dressed as a Roman column, because there's this huge Roman theater almost intact in Extremadura.
But the pig is funnier.
The pig is funnier, of
it
course.
It would be funnier to be a black pig.
There are a lot of things in Extremadura that could be made instead of the flag. Yeah. Because even Spanish people don't know
if you are going to do the flag, why you didn't do a long dress? Maybe you can throw with the queso and reveal. But it was a tiny dress, the same dress that we see the week one. Mm-hmm. The same dress that we see in the Meet the Queens, not the same, but almost the same. Uh-huh. No, we are not gagging. But yeah, Ugacio. Okay, I have a problem here with.
We have a problem, and I think we are.
I want to like the outfit.
The outfit is amazing, but I am starting. I am starting to getting tired of. Oh my god, my concept. It's so clever
and so modern. Art. It's so conceptual.
It's always conceptual. So it's time that Ugacio should be less conceptual, because if you have to explain if you have to explain every week your look, we have a problem.
I understand that he was they tried to represent a ninot, but it was not a ninot. It was very. You can be conceptual. You can be artsy. I like it. I love those things. But you had to be clever about it. It was like fabric hanging from the side. It was like a trouser, but it was not a trouser. It was like a skirt trouser with some more fabric in the back. The thing in the shoulder, you know, the armor thing in the shoulder, who is the base of the ninot. It was like hanging like a strange position.
If you have to explain that you are
she wears a flower in the head.
If you have to explain that you are a ninot, you are not getting the job done.
I love the end prop with the fire. I didn't understand it yet. What was that? What
fire?
What magic was that?
Ah, okay.
It was magic. But I understand. She rubs her chest and she makes fire. That was very effective, but it was like, no, Ugacio, you are a ninot, but you are not a good ninot.
You are a ninot because you explained that you were a ninot.
Okay.
But you could be like a menina.
No, I understand that was a ninot.
Oh, she's so smart.
Yeah, well, I was in the Valencian community like all the time, so my second home is in Alicante, so that's why.
Oh, you do?
I did, yeah, I have. So we have to explain what a ninot was.
Huh.
A ninot is a construction, you know, they do in Valencia, in Alicante too, and a lot of places around Comunidad Valenciana, and they consist to make a big sculpture. But we are talking about huge, the size of trees, you know, about something funny or something remarkable about the year or something beautiful you want to evoke. They construct a lot of them, and at the end of the week, you know, of the fallas, that's why that's the festivity. The fallera mayor, like the Miss Fallera, you know, to understand it.
The chosen one.
The chosen one chose, valga redundancia, chose the best one for her, and that one is safe.
And
the other ones is burn it down.
That chosen not is the only one that doesn't burn. And the other ones, all the other ones, like they could be like
all
300.
The other ones,
they burn
at
the end of the week.
And that's what we call the crema. And that's why Supreme started singing a song, La Leña Arde, the wood it's burning. That is a song of Pantoja, Isabel Pantoja. If you are a fan of Valentina, you know who Isabel Pantoja is. She's a famous singer here from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Who sings copla, mostly copla or flamenco. And she wears a flamenco dresses, or she wears, you know, she's very Andalucia. Good or toot for you?
I had to say toot because it is a really well made look, but the concept
for me it's a good, because I am start to be a little tired because the concept, because it's the
I want to give them a week. Week more. Let's just see.
Let's talk about Dovima. Dovima is the next one.
Ooh.
Dovima is dressed like Sant Jordi, the legend of Sant Jordi. Sant Jordi was a knight in Catalonia, who, you know, the typical story of a guy have to say a princess. And
actually, Shrek is based on the legend of Sant Jordi.
Oh, really?
No, I just made that.
Oh. And
but it's the same story.
He had to defeat a dragon, so when he killed him, the blood starts to pour in from the dragon, and it grows a vase of roses.
Yeah.
And he grabbed a rose, he gave it to the princess, and he married her and living happily ever after. And that's why in the Sant Jordi festivity in Catalonia, it's tradition to give to your lover a rose and a book.
It's a very
good and romantic
tradition. It's a very cute tradition.
I received roses one year and it was very flattering.
And you didn't receive any books because you don't know how to read?
I didn't know how to read, so
you still don't know how to read.
That's why I'm doing a podcast, because, you know, I don't know how
she to can read. Talk, but she can read. For
me, the audiobook version, please.
You can even talk.
And that's so true. It's funny because it's true. That's why she's wearing, you know, a nightgown. Not a nightgown. It's a knight from the Middle Age.
A knight with a K.
A knight with a... And the rose is from that. And Supreme do the joke because a capullo, but it's another slang for dick. We have a lot of them. She says that she wears the knight, the princess, and the dragon. I didn't see the dragon anywhere.
No, the dragon is...
Maybe the makeup is trying to be a dragon? Because...
Next.
But I like it. For me, it's a toot.
Toot. I had to say toot.
For me, it was a toot. Okay, we talk about Carmen now.
Oh, Carmen. Yeah.
Carmen was good too.
Yeah. It was a very beautiful homage to Andalusia, to Sevilla. She could have done anything because Sevilla has a lot of things.
A lot of things, yeah.
A lot. But she chose an Iberian lynx. So I think it was a really beautiful homage.
And she was very beautiful. I didn't like the shoe. The shoe was...
she looked furry.
It could be different, the shoe.
I think the furry fans of Drag Race are really enjoying Carmen Farala right now because she looked like a furry. It's a tooth for me.
She knows. Puppy knows what have to do in the comedy challenge, and Carmen knows how to do in the runway. She's very playful. She's always been a character. She sells the outfit. She smiles. She moves. It's not like very beautiful.
Inti doesn't know how to sell the outfit, but Carmen does does sell the outfit.
It's very important to know how to sell your outfit. Okay, Sagittaria.
I don't know if it's the best runway look of the week, but I really like it.
I really like it.
It was fun and elegant.
It's very fun. It's very elegant, like you say. It's try to represent the crema catalana. Crema catalana is something similar to creme brulee.
It's a dessert from Catalonia.
Yeah, it's a dessert, and it's almost always serves in a round clay dish. You know, that's why he wears in the shoulder and she's dripping all of her body. For me was perfect. I start to worry about one thing. I hate to be that kind of gay, but I see Aquaria this week. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But you know,
the wig was very Aquarian.
The wig was very Aquarian. The makeup was very Aquaria, and I understand that it's not her fault to look like Aquaria, but at the same time, it's his fault because she's wearing makeup. She can do a different face, you know,
a different shape.
But it was gorgeous because Aquaria is gorgeous too, so you know. Javier Calvo makes a joke. We talked the last week. We talked about Carmen de Mairena when we talk about Veneno. The phrase that they say "chupa mama que se derrama" is like lick and suck it before it spills, and I don't have to say more. Obviously, a toot. Yeah. Toot. And we finished with Killer Queen. Killer Queen when she appeared was like, oh. I was waiting for that because Killer Queen is very good at makeup. We say it in the Meet the Queens. She's very good with prosthetics too. So I think she's isn't wearing any prosthetic. Only the ears, the nose and the lips and all that was makeup, and she was perfect.
Yeah, she was. The makeup was really.
She
good.
wears the outfit of a chulapo. You know, the male version of the outfit Pupi was wearing. So, you know, she's from Madrid too, so she wears a chulapo.
Why is she like a cat?
People in Madrid, it's called gatos, cats, because Madrid, like almost every city, was surrounded by a wall in the past.
In the medieval ages.
And when you had to pass, you had to pay a money, you know. And the people of Madrid, to avoid the pay, they start to climb the walls, and they start to climb like cats, and that's why we are called cats. But
I thought the story was very different.
The story was that.
No.
What is your story?
The story is that Madrid was surrounded by a wall. Madrid was founded by the Muslims. And the Christians, to conquer the city, started to climb in the walls so they can enter the Madrid.
Yeah,
conquer Madrid.
That happened too, but the same time that the people who start that happened one night.
The fact is that someone started climbing the wall.
They started climbing the
Madrid.
walls, you know.
And that's why people from Madrid who has past family that was born also in Madrid. It's not the newcomers.
You had to be 3 generations.
Yes, 3 generations
you had to be
you,
your fathers, and your grandparents.
Yeah.
In Madrid, like any big city, nobody is from Madrid. And the killer wears the flowers that she wears in the back with the pride flag. It's carnations. Carnation is the typical flower that Chulapa and Chulapo wears.
In San Isidro.
In San Isidro, it's the festivity of Madrid.
15th May.
Yeah. You like the outfit too, Dotwood?
The front, I liked it. The back, I hated it.
This is the front, and this is the back.
I hated the back. I hated it
I
so
didn't
much.
hate it. I didn't. Anna was right. It didn't coexist. The back with the front.
There were 2 looks completely different that it didn't have any sense. I mean, yeah, you can be reivindicating the pride flag and that thing, but it doesn't have any sense.
You know how you can do the same without being wearing the chulapo is always wear a napkin in the pocket. So why you can bring a napkin with the pride flag? It has to be.
Yeah.
So maybe wear instead of one carnation, wear 7 carnation, each with one color, you know.
Yeah.
But it was messy. The bag was messy.
Yeah, the bag
was very
kinda
messy.
messy.
Yeah, I didn't. For me, it was a toot because I was so impressed by the front that I forget the back.
I don't know how to say toot or boot.
Say toot. Say nice for one
Okay.
time. Okay, we see the videos and we start with Abuelas. First of all, I am a big fan of the Golden Girls. I didn't see the Golden Girls anywhere. So
No.
Carlos Areces had to fight me.
Well, Carlos Areces is a huge fan of Golden Girls.
And I have huge fan of Golden Girls too, and I didn't see the Golden Girls
So
anywhere.
you had to fight.
I like Killer, but I was like, I didn't laugh like in the other ones.
Yeah, it was kinda not flat, but
Again, Arancha.
I need some punch.
Again, Arancha's wig was criminal. Killer was better
Funnier,
than
yeah.
Arancha. Arancha for me was following Killer all the
And
time.
I was replying all the
Yeah.
things that Killer was saying. Yeah.
And she was only say yes, not yes and I.
Yes, and
I. Yes, and they talk about orujo and carajillo. This is both drinks with cafe and alcohol. Orujo is a liquor of wheats.
yeah, typical drinks that grannies drink.
Yeah, and syndrome was a medication for the heart. It's a anticoagulant for the heart. Okay, let's pass with the Glamurosas. Okay, Glamurosas happened. For me, it was worse than the Abuelas.
They weren't like very natural.
Dovima was very forced, very
Yeah.
lost, very nervous, I think. Carmen tries to be funny and to be, but Carmen is
no.
not funny. I don't. Maybe it's funny, but this week
In this case,
it wasn't
no,
funny.
She wasn't.
I laugh at the phrase that Carmen was saying. You know how hard it is to find a top in the gays, and it's very true.
Yeah.
And for me, was only the only thing funny.
Yeah.
So, chungas. This is it.
They were the best.
This is it.
They were both the best.
Was very on point, both of them. Like I said, for me, Poopy at the end was a little too much because oh no, my intestine is falling out. It's like, oh my god, Poopy. And
Stop it.
suddenly she's dead. But Ugacio saves the situation very good because remember it's improvisation all of that. And she was very funny. Poopy was funny too with the faces. When she started hitting with the cushion, I always laugh at that.
Yeah.
That for me the simple thing makes me laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Physical humor. Physical humor
For me is very funny. So I was laughing. They both did very great, very good. Carlos Areces said that it's a mix between Marilyn Manson and Mónica del Raval. Mónica del Raval is a very famous prostitute in Barcelona from the neighborhood of Raval. She's, I think it's almost 30 years doing prostitution in Raval. And she's very known to be very, you know, when the Simpsons, Homer tries to do the makeup of Marge with a gun, but it's the same makeup.
Yeah.
For 30 years. And she's an icon. And we end with the Pilinguis.
Hookers.
The hookers. Inti
Inti
was
was
lost.
really flat and really
It
lost,
was
and
very flat.
Sagittaria saved all the
Sagittaria
situation.
was eating it.
She was eating because she was the only one that was doing
And
things.
she knows it.
And she was smart and fast to think, so now I'm going to hang out in the call and I'm going to say, Inti, you're going back to my vagina. Like,
Yeah, and see when she sit on the big
yeah.
guy, she was very clever. She was very in control.
yeah. She
And
was in
for
control
me,
of the situation.
you know, at the end, Sagittaria win the episode, but for me, I understand it because it's very difficult to be funny and to be good when your partner is not either of them.
Yeah, it's
Pupi and
really
Ugacio was very good, the both of them, and it's easier. I did a little bit of rafting in my
you
life.
did?
Yeah, I did. I am a little bit of Mocatriz.
Wow. Honey. I mean,
And when you have a bad partner, it's very difficult to do a good improv. It's very difficult. Or you have a lot of previous work and experience, or you are going to the drain. That's why Puppy and Ugacio didn't impress me. Ugacio, yeah, not Puppy, but Sagittarius impressed me because Sagittarius, you see Sagittarius and you see a very young twink who only knows looks and that's it, you know?
And suddenly she's funny.
We're going with the judging. They send 4 girls safe, and they have 4 girls in the judging. They judge the girls. They judge girls again. That was very necessary.
Yeah.
I think maybe they do because they know Inti was very pressed and very angry.
It makes sense because Ugacio,
maybe they do like that.
Ugacio says that she was not going to lip sync even before that they went to the runway.
They praise Puppy and they praise Sagittaria with a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And very deserving. And they say that Dovima was very stiff. It was very stiff.
She was very stiff.
She wasn't very funny. She was very nervous. She tried. She has to lose herself. And she gives the same excuse about the looks. The looks are very difficult to walk, but it's not my problem. It's hers. So if her energy was better,
it's like Inti.
Her look was better. The way she looks, the way she moves, the gestures she can do with her arms. This week was better because the rose, she was playful with the rose, but the face was like,
yeah,
I don't want to be here.
It's like Inti. Inti doesn't know how to sell the outfits. It's the energy you bring to the runway. It's really, really important. I think it was the thing that Javi Calvo or Javi Ambrosi, I don't remember who was, told them. Like, you have to bring the energy. You have to sell me. Like, you are
going to be a look queen. You have to know how to sell an outfit.
I mean,
that's it.
You have the outfit of Inti. You have Inti's outfit, and if you don't sell it, you have a problem. Like, that outfit was really powerful, and yeah, it was beautiful, but there were a lot of other contestants that they do better.
For you, she wasn't wearing the outfit. The outfit was wearing her, no?
Yeah. The outfit was there, and then Inti.
Like I said before, for Inti, I didn't see it. For Inti, I saw her being powerful, walking with the outfit, so I like it.
The only moment that was powerful, that was when she opened the gate. I understand the judging that the judges made to Inti. I understand the comments.
For me, it was the same the week before with Vulcano. I understand that Inti was in the bottom. I understand what the judges tried to say, but I didn't say good. They didn't say right, because
I think
Anna was talking about the outfit, and she needs another dress, or she needs another boot. She need more things. And for me, Inti was right. If I was wearing something more elaborate, you would be saying, "Oh, this is too much. You need to be edited." For me, they try. The thing that I think they try to say is, like you say, you need more energy, because Ambrosi says later, there is something missing, and this is, I understand, is energy missing, and it applies to the challenge, you know, to the video, but it's not for me, not applying to the outfit. That's why Anna talking about the outfit was like, girl.
Yeah, I understand what the judges said, but Anna, I think she made a mess with
Anna, for me, makes a mistake.
Yeah.
But
I agree with Los Javis. She needs to bring more to the energy because there's something missing with Inti.
He takes personally, you know?
Yeah, I think she took it personally because we already see what happened.
And like you say, Ugacio says that from the...
Even before the runway, she was saying that...
In the beginning of the day, before makeup, before everything, she was saying, I'm not going to lip sync. So if you know...
She made a decision.
If you know that you are going to do the runway with that thinking in your head, you're not going responding well to any critic, you know? And
she took it personally, and the perfect example of that personal attack, just let's say that, it's when Supreme went to the workroom.
RuPaul never had made that. In our wildest dream, RuPaul wasn't.
So let's say Supreme 1, RuPaul 0.
Yeah, Supreme is very good to be very nurturing to the girls.
In the episode, I missed the moment when Supreme enters the workroom. Like, she suddenly was there.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you had to show me how she enters. Like, where's Cynthia? I'm gonna talk to her. You know, like, she suddenly is there talking to Intis. Okay, I like that part of the episode, but I missed something.
Yeah, it was like, oh, Supreme is here.
Like, oh my god.
What? But all the things that Supreme says, it was right. The Vulcanos goes the way before with a great production, and she goes home because she deserves to go home. But it's that you can bring a lot of production, a lot of looks, but if you are the worst or the weak, you are going to be in the bottom, and that's it. And you are going to be criticized every week, and we know it. Carmen, for example, Carmen says that she never watched Drag Race before, and I believe her. But Inti, she watches.
Yeah.
She knows.
She watched
and,
it, so.
And like Supreme saying, you are coming here knowing that you are going to expect. Obviously, you are going to be surprised by some things, but the broad concept is very clear.
If you accept to be on Drag Race, you are going to be judged.
Two girls are going to be in the bottom. They had to do a lip sync and on the F. So she chose to leave. I understand that if you are not happy, obviously I support the decision of her, and she
I am mad because I
am
saw
mad because
so much potential.
She has so much potential, and with Dovima in the lip sync, she will whip Dovima, and she will stay. And maybe the next week, whatever happens. But this week, she chose to leave. She makes a free pass to Dovima. I'm very happy about that too, because I love Dovima.
I started to like her.
She started to grow on me. It's a pity. It's a pity that Inti was
not in the mood.
Yeah, for me, I understand that when you are not confident in yourself, everything it's more difficult, you know.
Yeah, and it's
and every critic is more hurtful. But this is life, girl. This is life.
This is Drag Race.
She's having a lot of support. Obviously, I'm very happy about it. But Arantxa was getting a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Since Sunday, because a lot of people
thought that she has to be in the bottom instead of Inti. So Inti could stay.
It may be cool, right? You are entitled to have an opinion. But if you are not going to say to Arantxa in middle of the street, hey Arantxa, you deserve to be what you are putting in Twitter.
Yeah, actually Arantxa said that she is receiving even death threats by private message. And she is starting to feel very bad about it.
She was going a very dark place.
Yeah. So I don't understand the fans.
That's not a fan. I understand that you are not a fan.
No, yeah, you are right.
You're not a fan. You are only an angry kid or an angry person who are behind their cell phone talking shit because today was angry because of whatever. It's very tiring because every season is the same. Every country is the same. The same happens with Lauren Cheney when she wants instead of Bimini. The same happens with Candy Ho. With
Candy Muse.
Candy Muse, sorry.
I hate that what they are provoking is that we don't enjoy Drag Race as much as we do. Like, we are talking about, like, oh my god, queens are receiving death threats. Like, this should not be happening. It happens, of course, but
it's not.
This should not be happening.
And the people
who celebrate that we are having Drag Race in Spain, and we are getting a lot of funny moments, and it's one of the best editions that has ever been made, maybe. So it's very, very confusing and very stressful situation, I think.
And the people who are saying, no, you have to be stronger, fuck off.
No, you don't have to be.
Who are used to receive death threats?
Yeah.
Like, and we are not talking about one death threat. One death threat is scary enough, but we are talking about 20, 25. How you overcome in a healthy way a death threat? So we send to Arantxa, to Inti, to all of the girls our support.
Well, too.
We are criticizing, obviously, but
I
we
don't think
understand the
criticizing.
effort. We understand the effort in money, in time, in creativity to bring only one look.
We're giving our opinions. We are not being hurtful.
I don't think so. I expect
We are not being
not to
hurtful.
be hurtful to anyone.
We are giving truth and boots, but we are not being hurtful.
But be happy about the girls. If you are angry about about one girl, commenting with your friends, not in Twitter. You know, why you have to be a piece of shit?
Yeah.
So that's it. That is the end.
That's the episode.
Intigo's hot. Dovima was lip sync alone. She was trying it. Dovima. I started thinking that Dovima knows one way to do a lip sync, and this
I
is
have
the
to
lip
say,
sync.
I was bored with the lip sync.
I was
She was
very
the
bored.
only one on the
I was
runway.
very bored. It's the first week that I said, this song is too long.
Yeah.
And when the other guys start to appear and we are going to
Oh
support
my
you,
God,
was like,
something's happening.
finally.
Yeah.
But at the end was a very happy moment. It was
I have a mixed feeling about that. Like, someone has chosen to leave, and you're, yeah.
because the show must go on. We are making a television program, chop chop. It's like that. And obviously you can be sad about your friend leaving, but you are doing a television show. You are in Drag Race.
Yeah.
And she chose to leave.
Yeah, she chose to leave.
It was not something dramatic or something insulting. She chose to leave.
So before we leave this episode, we had to talk about the next episode.
The Snatch Game.
The Snatch Game.
And the reading challenge. The next episode will be packed.
Will be packed of full references.
We had the reading challenge and we had the Snatch Game. In the Snatch Game, there are rumors that it's going to be a good Snatch Game.
Yeah.
A very good Snatch Game.
I had some rumors before even the show aired. And I think these rumors are going to be true because of the wigs we saw.
We're not going to do a spoiler or anything.
No. But the wigs matches with the characters that I know that they were going to do on the Snatch Game.
Be prepared.
Be really, really prepared. Because at least we know that we are going to have one Duquesa de Alba. If you are a Katia fan, maybe you know her.
Oh, Katia, tweet that.
Gotta tweet that
In Spanish.
I know a girl. We follow each other on Twitter. She's a personal friend of Katia.
Oh.
Yeah, and she warned Katia like, "Oh my God, they are going to do La Duquesa de Alba."
For me, this is like I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked
is
because
Matrix.
we didn't expect to have Drag Race in Spain, and when we had the information was like shocking for everyone here, and now you see Paca in Twitter, RuPaul responding to Paca la Piraña last week. Now Katia talking in Spanish about La Duquesa de Alba. It's like, what is this reality?
5 years ago, we will be laughing our
I'm
asses
so
out.
happy about it.
This is Drag Race.
I'm so happy because when I was a young kid who watched Drag Race in Spain and nobody...
You were a fully adult person.
Yeah, I was 21, I think, when I started watching it.
You had hair on your pubic.
Shut up.
So.
I watched the second season. For me was the first one that I saw in Spain. With the logo page, with a proxy, trying to be like,
you're a hacker.
Hacking a little bit, and nobody that I know was watching it. I was like, you watch a TV program with men dressing as girls? It was like,
of
yes,
course.
this is the best thing I ever watched. So now everyone is watching it here, and now we are doing it here. So
because you made a great work evangelizing all the people.
Sure. They had to send me the royalties.
Yeah. RuPaul is going to go to your home and say, "Oh, Ruben, here's your check."
So this is the end.
This is the end of the episode. Yeah.
We had to remember that
this is the longest episode we have ever made.
Sorry about it.
Yeah.
We had to remember that we have an Instagram, Xoxo News,
a Twitter
podcast,
page, a Twitter
we
account,
have a Twitter too.
a YouTube account too. You can talk to us, follow us. You can listen to our podcast on ebooks, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts too, on YouTube. And if you have some info about La Diablada,
Please contact us.
Please. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to us.
And we hope to see you, hear you, talk to you. Talk to you. Talk to you is a good thing. We have to keep it.
Talk to you.
We have to keep that thing in the podcast.
Yeah.
We hope to talk to you.
No, we will talk to you next week.
Next week.
So this is it. Bye.
Adios.